Hey guys, I'm Cal and I'm talking to you about a pretty deadly three-way split today. It's called Segregation. It released in September this year, 2020, and it's a collaborated effort by Awful Noise, hailing from Australia, Grimentity, hailing from Belarus, and MENDACITY, hailing from Canada. This split is 16 minutes of power by way of in-your-face grindcore, tech death, and old-school death metal. Segregation is now streaming on YouTube. However, it will be up for physical copy sale on cassette on the 14th of September and also on CD on the 17th of September. So be sure to follow these lads' Bandcamp to keep abreast with all of that. Awful Noise dish up grindcore death metal with lyrical content of dark humour, nihilism, and is often metaphorical. They kick this split off with their two tracks, Isolation and She's So Fit and Ready for Consumption. Awful Noise have laid down a frenzy of grind, so of course it is short-lived on their part because this is done in true grindcore duration style, but it does pack a punch to the throat with manic and aggressive riffs, vocal growls and shrieks that just feel so incoherent at times. This of course is stained with Awful Noise death metal influence, and I absolutely loved in particular hearing those low-toned heavy guitars, full-on drum assault. You know, these lads have kept these drum tracks very mixed and completely interesting. It was so good to hear. Awful Noise always sound just that little bit unhinged and a little bit mental with those crust punk elements that they throw into their creation of metal, and they just do it so well. It just feels as if this band has stormed into your home and torn your living space up with zero fucks. Grimentity are up next with the tracks The Power of the Broke and Crimson Tone Dreams, and these lads display some deadly death metal fueled with themes of horror, gore, murder, and insanity, of course. Grimentity bring a sharp incision of sound within this split, and damn, those vocals slayed me. Big breeze here, huge low-tone gutturals, deadly blasts, and those rhythmic death metal heavy beats. They were just so mad. This band just offers up a sound of groove metal too within their death metal, which I love to hear, and more so heard within that first track. The grooves were just so tight. Their part on the split was dense with moments of hefty big caveman riffs, and the overall threatening atmosphere of their sound was just a big yes for me. MENDACITY see this split out with tracks Upon Earth and Flesh and Accompanying the Suffering, showing off such vicious technical death metal with their lyrical content around war, torture, death and corruption. And hello MENDACITY, off these fuckers are heavy, pulverizing riffs, heavy palm muted sounds, constant crescendo of thick, mean death metal musicianship, a massive vocal delivery by the frontman of this band. He has such a huge guttural and just grunts and growls across these soundscapes, the ultimate unclean sound. This isn't for the light-hearted. You know, there is so much going on in here. The weight of the main substance to their music is massive, overlaid by tech death guitar patterns that just felt so agitated and sounded intrusive. So much doom within their sound too. It's a mean piece of work and completely crushed me. It definitely is screw up your face death metal. Guys, take my word for it, this is a great listen. You know, it's seemingly small as a package because it is only 16 minutes, but the sound has been loaded with big metals here, and such a good variety of sound by these three bands too. For me, it was the perfect listen. Jump onto YouTube, have a listen to Segregation, and of course, please follow Awful Noise, follow Grimentity and MENDACITY on their socials, on their Bandcamp. They're on Insta, they're on Facebook. And to you mad bastard musicians, this was such a hectic listen, so cheers a lot. I'm Kelly T, this has been my Albums of the Week.
Your life is no truth, but you in the fishes.